So, is there anyone in this room who would like to have a better memory? Better being able to remember things, okay, have you? And many people in this room would like to have better concentration, better being able to focus on your job, not get distracted. So even more people who can tell you if these things don't work the way you want them to, it may have to do with stress and looking at the things you can do to improve it. I'm trained as a neurobiologist and work as a journalist. So you can say I knew a thing or two about this organ, but there can be quite a gap between knowing a lot about the brain and actually making good to it. I started off as a science journalist 20 years ago. I was so eager to show the world that I could do it. I took every assignment I could have. I've interviewed very hotshot around. I worked away past midnight. I had to get up early because I have 2 little kids with hard work and husband and all sorts of changes. Now we all know where that. I couldn't believe it about how burned out. I felt my brain had just given up on me. I wasn't able to play anymore. Couldn't decide from a large to-do list what to do first and what to do next. Couldn't concentrate on my work. I couldn't remember anything in my emotions. Word over the page. Load. And as a science journalist, as a brain scientist, I knew that college stress is devastating for your brain. It gets marinated in a toxic cocktail of stress hormones. The first area is the frontal lobe. Broad human brain model. It sits in your head like this. This frontal lobe. We use this to do exactly all the things I just mentioned, to make a set of goals, to make a plan, to decide what to do first and what to do next. It says of your working memory to use it to focus on your job. It keeps your emotions under control. The second variable part is the hippocampus. It's on either side of the brain, a bit more in the middle. This is core about memory. Now, why these two areas so sensitive to stress? It's because stress hormones, high stress hormone levels, limit these cells in these areas shrink. So you see brain cell here. This is cell body, and you see all those long tensions, those branches and twigs. They reach out to other neurons and make contact with others, so they form a network and then rest. And people are constantly stressed. You see that the differences disappear, the contacts break down, the tissues dissolve. The network just doesn't work as well. So that's bad news, right? But looking at brain science has been many things you can do to contract it. I discovered that we're adapted to the literature and search for ways to improve the brain. I've shared with you 4 most important ones. By far the best thing you can do for your brain is be physically active. Now we all know that being physically active is good for you, right? But there can be quite a gap between knowing this and actually doing it. Yeah, but when working out is not just good because your heart starts pumping, you get oxygen to your brain. While you've been physically active, your brain actually makes growth factor that stimulates the outer branches. They grow out again and reestablish contact. Maybe even new cells are formed. So while you're working out, just not working on a gorgeous body, but a gorgeous mind. You don't have to run a marathon if it's not your thing, because research shows that only people who walk briskly for 3 times a week, 45 minutes a day, week bird treated. The hippocampus bigger inside your people, stretching exercises. So I used to decide first in the deadline, then go to the gym maybe later, maybe next week. But I don't do that anymore. I'll first go to the gym and get light. The second very important thing you can do for your brain is sleep well. Now I'd like to see your hands. Who of you has left 8 hours left that night? 8 hours. You're doing quite well. It's 45%. There can be quite a gap between knowing that sleep is good for you and actually do it. But I can tell you, you may know already, sleep loss is a chronic stressor for your brain as well. Already after one night without sleep, you know that your concentration isn't bad, your memory is worse, you're irritable. So it's only after one night of sleep this area behind your forehead starts malfunctioning that long after many nights stop to later sleep. While we sleep, our brain reorganizes itself so good connections are strengthened, connections are taken out and wastes is gleaned from. We really need that for working brain. Now I tell you when past midnight, but I don't do that anymore. I make sure I get my 8 hours of sleep. It's really difficult for me because I'm a night owl and like to stay late. But whenever I miss an hour, I make sure to make it for the next night. Of course, your brain then also needs good building blocks, food, and do food research is very difficult. It's very hard to pinpoint which specific vitamin or mineral good. Entire eating pattern is perfectly clear. People eat a Mediterranean diet and have better brain for longer time with better memory, better concentration. Now, what is that? A Mediterranean salad, pizza, pasta, maybe, but that's not the case. It's large amounts of fruit and vegetable. That's the basis. You see, fish here, like fish, is very important because it provides omega-3 fatty. These are the essential building blocks for our brain, and we cannot make themselves. We see some other proteins, and we also see this healthy fat oil. In some studies, they seem to be the two secret ingredients that keep your brain healthy for a long time. Maybe some eagle eyes in the room has spotted a bottle of red wine. I don't know if you saw that. I heard it here behind the label. No, it's not good for you. I'm sorry, not for your brain. There's a fourth thing that you can do for your brain is that meditate. And this is maybe even harder area to do research on, but there's an increasing scientific benefits of on your focus and your attention. Basically, you can look at meditation as training of your attention because you sit with your eyes closed and focus on your breath, and your mind word off to something you have to do and put it back on your breath, and it happens to train your attention and also your flexibility, your motion to control. Seems many of these functions of the area behind are straightened by meditation. So you can try if you like. Go into your routine in the morning just before you go to bed. You can start 4 minutes a day and see how it goes. Do it for a day, times that I don't miss it. So with these 4 adjustments in your life, you can really counteract the devastating effect of chronic stress and make your brain resilient to it. I built this into my routine, so ever since my burnout, and I say that my brain broke well again, maybe better than ever. I know this perfectly fine to work hard, and as long as I take good care of my brain. So I hope I make a gap between knowing and doing a little bit smarter for you today. Can I ask you, please be good to your brain, because this crowd of you will treat her like a queen. Thank you.